Test, 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 test. Hey folks, good morning. 8:03 in the morning. Sorry about that little 3-minute delay there. We just flew in. Plane was late. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? Hey, what is today? Is today Tuesday? I'm just checking. Is today Tuesday, Josh? Wow, why am I off? Well, there's a statement. How are you today? I'm your host, BKP, and I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And 8:03 this morning. Let's see if we got anything new on my phone. No, not yet. I'm expecting somebody to send me a message, though. All right, Josh, let's tell them all the ways they can contact the show. You can get in touch with the show, 706-889-9700. Right there, you can text me right there at the show. You can send me an email, chief@veterannews.com, and there are all the ways that you can follow us on social media. All right, so tomorrow, Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. Took me just a minute. Everybody relax. Tomorrow, I think what I'll do tomorrow is, I'm a professional. I'm a professional in conflict resolution. I am. I mean, I get into so many controversial things why I ought to be able to have a knack. I have a knack for conflict resolution. Let's talk tomorrow. Let's have fun tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, we're not going to. Let me tell you a little bit about the show. I get up in the morning and I say to myself, let's not go in here and create something just to have a broadcast. Just to have a broadcast. Other media outlets are doing what I call creating the holiday, giving you all of the things that you can argue with your little snowflake friends at Thanksgiving about. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Yeah, tomorrow let's work on tomorrow how to conflict resolution. So if you go Thanksgiving and you happen to get seated across the table from a snowflake that just finished a protest outside of a college somewhere. So you go to Thanksgiving dinner and Thursday, and they think it's funny to set little Joey that, he's going to one of those liberal arts college. He's taken, I don't know what classes he's taken. Let's not get into that. Well, he's taken his tolerance classes. We'll go with tolerance classes. This semester, what are you studying this semester, little Joey? Tolerance. What the hell? What do you mean tolerance? What are you studying at school? Diversity. What the hell? Diversity what? What are you studying? What the hell? What kind of job you going to get when you get out of college? That's what I want to know. What's your major? We're not for sure. I'm still finding myself. So anyhow, they sit you across the table from little Joey, right? Just finished a protest, and you're sitting there and you're trying. And they think they think it's funny, so you're eating your turkey and you got your corn and your mashed potatoes, everything up there. And you're looking across there and little Joey's talking about, and then he says voter suppression. You took all you could, right? You're sitting there and you're trying hard. Okay, because when you go in, you get the speech. You're driving up there, your wife, look, little Joey's going to be there. And don't get in a fight with little Joey. Just let him be a liberal whack job let's just let little Joey be the liberal whack job and you'll relax. Enjoy the day, but don't do it. So you get the speech. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems like my entire life driving to the Thanksgiving dinner, part of the trip is the speech, right? Don't get into it, anybody. Let it go. Go outside. Okay, all right, I'll try. That's all I can offer is to try. So I try and anything new, little Joey? Yeah, Joey brought a friend home from college. Not like the old days. Well, why did you? Nothing's like the old days. So you brought a friend home from college, yeah. Well, what, your family lives in California and you didn't have the money to get home? Remember the old days where a kid didn't have the money to get home all the way to California? So, your kid calls up and says, hey, I'm coming home for Thanksgiving and I'm bringing, some friends. They couldn't get home. I couldn't leave them in the dorm. All right, bring your friends. Your mom, bring your friends, plenty of food, right? So little Joey comes, he brings a friend. Conflict resolution. Not like the old days. Little Joey, you brought a friend? Yes. Who's your friend? That's my husband. What the hell? I know, you think it's crazy, but I'm just saying. Just saying. So you're sitting there and you're trying to eat. Really? Things have changed. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. So you're sitting there, you're trying to eat, and you look across the table. Here's what you just got to say. Finally you say, when little Joey says, well, it's voter suppression, and they stole the election for Stacey Abrams. What? That's when you just got to throw down the fork, look across the table, and say, shut the hell up. Will you shut the hell up? So tomorrow, I'm just leading you in. Tomorrow, we're going to do a little bit of conflict resolution. I'm a professional. Thanksgiving conflict resolution. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about all of the conversations that can happen at Thanksgiving that could go wrong. I'm just trying to help save, make a nice day. I'm good at that, right? Tell you how to handle that. All right, enough's enough. I'm not going to create news. I'm not going to do it. But let's talk about this. We have a runoff election coming up. I think it's December 4th. I'm not for sure. I think it is. All right, let's get that straight. Go to number 1. Now, these two guys, let's get serious. Secretary of State. Okay, so on your right, maybe is it my right, left, whatever. Okay. I was going to say, okay, the guy in the glasses. Okay, the guy with the red tie. So very serious. Let's get serious here this morning. That's Brad Raffensperger. Okay, Brad Raffensperger is running for Secretary of State of Georgia there. And there's about 6,000. Is it 6,000 or 10,000? I don't know how many votes separate these guys. I'm not for sure. We'll get into that in a minute. But Brad Raffensperger there is the Republican running for Secretary of State of Georgia, okay? And over there, the gray-haired guy with the black tie is John Barrow. John Barrow is the former congressman down there around Savannah, Democrat, well-liked, well-known, well-respected. People like John around the state of Georgia. I'm just telling you, older people like John. They know John. They remember Congressman John Barrow, and they know why he's not the congressman down there in Savannah today. Okay, he was considered by many this is true. You can look it up. The last conservative Democrat, white Democrat of the South that was in Congress. Last one. Right there, you got him. That's my understanding. John was the last Democrat, Southern conservative, or blue dog, whatever you want to call it, Democrat from Savannah, and they finally got him out. He was the last one. But he is a Democrat. A Democrat is a Democrat. Is a Democrat is a Democrat. Bottom line, the party runs, the party rules on the Democrat side. All right? That's a major difference between Republicans and Democrats. When you're a Democrat, party rules, and you've seen the way it happened with Bernie Sanders and the rest of them. But anyhow, they have a runoff. Okay, so this morning, Fox and Friends, Brian Kemp, Governor-elect Brian Kemp was on Fox and Friends this morning. And let's go with a couple clips here. Number 2, and see on Monday, yesterday, All In with little Chrissy Hayes. Is that his name, Chrissy Hayes? find me a picture of MSN All In Chrissy Hayes. I think that's his name. Little Chrissy Hayes, okay? It's MSNBC. The show was called All In. I think his name's Chris Hayes. Find me a picture. Let me know when you have it. So All In on Monday, MSNBC. All right. Abrams, Kemp dismantled democracy in Georgia. Okay. Where did Kemp allegedly dismantle democracy in Georgia? Where? Okay. What's it say there on the clip that she's in? Stacey Abrams. It was not a free and fair election. Was not a free and fair election. Okay. Let's go to pull up number 3. Number 3. Stacey Abrams, this is again former candidate, Democrat candidate for governor. She's on All In with little Chrissy Hayes, okay, Monday. And Stacey Abrams, democracy failed in Georgia. Back real quick. 2. It was not, number 2 there, Stacey Abrams, it was not a free and fair election. 3, democracy failed in Georgia. Okay. And number 4, Kemp wins Georgia governor race. Abrams won't call race fair. So let's go back to number 1. There's an election left in Georgia. John Barrow, the Democrat, which has been endorsed by the Libertarian candidate that was in the race. And I didn't write his name down, but the Libertarian candidate in the race has endorsed John Barrow, the Democrat. And then there's who? Brad Raffensperger. Okay? Now, here's the problem I see, okay? Is I see the election is a hard-fought but over feeling. It's over. There's a feeling it's over. Not yet, okay. But it's hard-fought, thank you. It's a hard-fought, but it's over feeling. Why, it's time for Turkey and to see what little Joey's turning out to be at college as he's taking tolerance and diversity training. There's a concern because guess what? Stacey Abrams is not done running. She is probably going to kick off right after this session. Now, I don't know if it'll take to the end of this session. January is the session for 2019 for Georgia legislature. Under the Gold Dome, she is still the Democrat minority leader in the House of the Representatives, in the state of Georgia. Okay, so right after that March 31st, it's January, February, March, about 90 days or 40 days. It's supposed to be 40 days, but somewhere around the 1st of March, she may then kick off a run for Senate against David Perdue. We talked about that yesterday. A lot of people are saying that's what she wants to do. Now, she claims that Brian Kemp had the Secretary of State's office for 8 years. That Brian Kemp, voter suppression, okay, illegally purging. These are a long list of claims that Stacey Abrams makes, okay, through the Secretary of State's office. In their eyes, if they would have had the Secretary of State's office, okay, excuse me, if they would have had the Secretary of State's office, okay, they would have won. Now, she was not beat. Stacey Abrams does not feel she was beat by Brian Kemp, the candidate. Okay? She feels she lost to Brian Kemp, the Secretary of State, that rigged the election that she could not win against Brian Kemp, the candidate. You got to understand that. So what office do they need? Now, we discussed yesterday, okay? We discussed yesterday, all seriousness. It's like, it blows me away that Ohio has a Republican governor. Ohio has a supermajority, Republican supermajority in their House. Ohio has a supermajority, veto-proof supermajority in their Senate. Ohio has passed the bill that will probably be the biggest bill to challenge Roe v. Wade in the heartbeat bill in Ohio. But yet, Georgia does not have supermajority in either of the houses, and we're in the South. We do not have a heartbeat bill that is going to challenge Roe v. Wade. We just got a Republican governor. You can get mad if you want, but Brian Kemp is the first Republican governor in the state, and we could lose. We could lose. They're trying to turn Georgia purple. See, they did Virginia. God, I hope you pay attention. The Virginia, they got that thing purple. Very little turn on Virginia being red. There was a day I never thought you would see Virginia turn blue like it is. Have all these blue governors and senators and so forth. But they turned Virginia. They touched on down to North Carolina. My God, you got a Democrat in North Carolina. You realize Curry or whatever his name was voted out, and one of the biggest issues was because he didn't want same-sex bathrooms. You know, he didn't want boys going in girls' bathrooms. So now they're moving on down to where? Georgia. Their determination is to win a blue statewide. See, they've taken a congressional seat with Karen Handel. Okay. Another thing, all right, 14. Ohio defended 14 congressional seats, Republican seats, defended them. I think they have 18. I'll do it in the break. I think they have 18. I don't know. But I think 4 are Democrat and 14 they defended congressional seats. Georgia couldn't defend their congressional seats. They barely pulled it out with a governor's race. They've lost ground in the state house. Georgia lost. Republican Party of Georgia, I'm just telling you, lost ground in the Senate, lost ground in the state house, lost ground, barely pulled in a governor, okay, Republican governor, lost congressional seats. Now, are they going to lose Secretary of State? Because Stacey Abrams in Georgia, this is one that you better pay attention to. Stacey Abrams, says the only thing between her and being governor right now is that office that those two guys want. Not the candidate, the office. She doesn't feel Brian Kemp, the candidate, beat her. She doesn't feel Brian Kemp, the candidate, had better. She doesn't feel that Brian Kemp, the candidate, had better issues for the people of Georgia that they voted for him. No, they didn't. They feel the office of Secretary of State beat them. So here's where I'm at with this so we can go to break. John Barrow and Brad Raffensperger. We know right now something has to happen with the Georgia voting. Something has to happen, okay? We got to get our act together. Republicans had a chance, and they don't want you to talk about them, but they had a chance, a big chance, in the last session to do something with voting machines, do something with voting to try to make it happen, okay? They didn't do it. Republicans need to get something done on voting and not care what they think. Get a solid voting system and not care is what Republicans need to do. Period. But it has to happen, and we know it. So are you going to let the Democrats that are not going to challenge anything, that are going to be able to allow the 55,000, Kemp won 55 by 55,000 votes. Are you going to let the Democrats have the Secretary of State's office? There'll be no challenges on anything. Any Republican challenge whatsoever will not work, okay, with that office. Are you going to let that office be there with Stacey Abrams running against David Perdue for Senate? Are you going to let the Democrats have that office for the next governor election? Maybe Abrams doesn't run for Senate. Maybe she runs for governor again. Now she feels she can beat Brian Kemp, the governor, and she won't have to beat the Secretary of State's office. They will have that. Just saying. So, here's the problem I see, and we'll get back to it later. Here's the problem I see with this election right now. Democrats have a reason to go back and vote. Republicans have a reason to go back and vote, but I'm afraid they won't. Because why? The big, large voting blocks are in metro Atlanta and the suburbs. And I think as soon as Thanksgiving and you finish with your turkey and you finish with your Black Friday shopping and you got to get back to work Monday, I think as soon as Monday comes, there will be a massive get out the vote campaign by Stacey Abrams for this guy here. There will be an avenge Stacey Abrams. They feel the election was stolen from them. They do. Okay? There will be a massive avenge Stacey Abrams get out the vote, is my opinion, for John Barrow. Now the other problem is there's Republicans that like John Barrow. Moderates. Oh, those moderates out there. And what will Brad Raffensperger have to do to beat John Barrow in a couple of weeks? What will he have to do? He will have to have a large, once again, rural Georgia turnout. Will they do it again with Kemp not on the ticket? See, Kemp's not on the ticket. Let me just wrap this up. We'll get back to it. I'm just giving you things to think about. Kemp's not on the ticket in a couple weeks. But Stacey Abrams is still on the ticket. Yes, Democrats are going to feel Stacey's still on the ticket, and they've got to go back and vote for him, because the only thing between the Democrats having their governor and the George Soros people having a blue state in Georgia, what separates them is the Secretary of State's office, not the candidate. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a brief break and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, we started talking about this morning the Secretary of State runoff between John Barrow and Brad Raffensperger in Georgia. This is a race. We'll get back with it Monday. But like I said, now what I do know is Raffensperger, the Republican, will need the rural voters to come out. So I hope he is working on getting his message out to rural voters, and I hope Republicans have a plan. I'm not seeing it right now. I know they're working on it. Don't take that wrong, Republicans, but the get out the vote has to become very enormous quickly so that Barrow and the Democrats don't avenge Stacey Abrams and become the people that help push a Democrat over the line as Senate and the next governor of Georgia, believe it or not, as we have a governor-elect, Brian Kemp, who put his transition team in place yesterday. All right, that being said, tomorrow we're going to look at conflict resolution. We're going to look at conflict resolution tomorrow for your Thanksgiving holiday. I'm a professional at conflict resolution. I am. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. I could spot a problem coming a mile away. It's just like little Chrissy Hayes, right? You got a picture of little Chrissy Hayes there? Okay. This is like, there's little Chrissy. He's Chrissy Hayes. He's on MSNBC. Now, at one time, he was the little fella that, Joey brought home from college. This is my friend Chrissy Hayes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So, if little Chrissy Hayes comes home for Thanksgiving, all right, and you have to sit across the table from him, and he's talking about tolerance and diversity and the how we treat these poor children. If he's sitting across from you and he says, we ripped children away from their parents, their mothers at the border, and how terrible Donald Trump is. So now, if you're sitting across the table, now here's some things we're going to talk about on conflict resolution. Now, do you really need to wear this hat tomorrow? Thursday. Do you really need to wear Donald Trump 2020, Keep America Great? So you get up Thursday morning, right? You get up Thursday morning. Do you have that? Don't put it on the screen, but do you have that other hat I'm looking for? Okay, well, when I tell you, okay? So you get up Thursday morning. I'm just trying to help you. I'm a professional in conflict resolution. And you get your MAGA hat out, make America great again. But you say, you know what? I'm just going to rub it in little Chrissy Hayes' face there, and I'm going to wear my Donald Trump 2020 Keep America Great. He's going to get reelected. He's going to win by the Electoral College. And then I'll have a great discussion explaining the electoral. Let me tell you something. If you go to Thanksgiving and you have to explain the Electoral College, oh my God. So when you put this sucker on Thursday morning and you look in the mirror and you say, how do I look? Oh my God, and blue shirt, red hat, white letters, I'm ready to go, I'm all American, this is going to be... Are you not sure driving over there, as you're getting the speech from the wife, did you have to wear the hat? You had to wear the hat, don't you? Little Joey's coming, and he's bringing little Chrissy Hayes. Are you sure you got to wear the hat? Why? Why? So when you're hearing all that, you're driving, and you got it tuned out because you're playing Elvis Christmas music, right? So you got the hat on. You're asking for trouble. And me, I'm saying, put the hat away. You don't have, but there's always the uncle that has, I'm wearing my hat, damn it. I don't care what people think, I'm wearing my damn hat. So you got your hat on, all right? There's going to be conflict. And you get there, and they sit you at the table from somebody right across from you wearing this hat. Okay? So you got your hat, and you're looking across the table at the other hat. And what hat would that be, Josh? Oh my God, that's who they sit across the table. So your Thanksgiving, you got your hat. Oh my God, you're over there and you're like, oh my God. Just saying. So tomorrow, we're going to work on conflict resolution. Things not to do during Thanksgiving. Oh my God, my heart. And then you have this person across from you saying, Hillary should be president. She's a popular vote. She beat Donald Trump by 3 million votes. She is our president. Oh my God, you're sitting there saying, lock her up. And you got this hat on here. Just say it. So that's tomorrow's show. Conflict resolution. We're going to work on that. We don't want you to have problems at Thanksgiving. We want you to enjoy the turkey. There's no reason we have to be a divided turkey dinner. We don't have to be a nation divided during turkey dinner. We can relax, okay? All right. So now, just in time for Thanksgiving. This is how they work, okay? Now, let me see. You got number 7 there. Number 7. This is top news. They have nothing to do. Now, remember, I told you this morning, when I come in and I get up, I don't say to myself, wow, can I create some news? Can I just get up and create some news out of thin air? Just make stuff up. Now, if you don't know that the news networks, which ones are the enemy of the people, I don't know how to help you with that. Now, you have Hillary here, and the caption on MSNBC at 6:30:23 this morning. Now, they started their day. They're going to show you. CNN did too. CNN and MSNBC, Ivanka Trump's 2017 email use violated rules. Democrats taking power in Congress to investigate. They are laying down what direction they plan to go in. Okay? Let's see, we were talking about avenging Stacey Abrams. How better to start the Democrat Congress, controlled Congress, than to avenge Hillary's email. Okay? How better to start, right? And how better to start than to let Donald Trump know we're going to go after Ivanka. We know you don't care about Don Jr. and Eric, but Ivanka, we know. So that's where we're going to start, her emails. I'm serious. So, number 8. Ivanka Trump 2017 email use violated rules. So MSNBC opens up this morning. Okay, they opened up this morning. Do you have number 11 ready? There is Little Willie, and there's Minka, and one of her faces. I just have to do that. One of her many faces that she makes in the morning. Ivanka Trump's 2017 email use violated rules. Democrats taking power in Congress to investigate. Okay, now that was at 3:15 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. Okay, say that 3 times fast. Pacific Coast, and meaning 6:15 a.m. this morning. They started at 6 a.m. They went 30 full minutes on the hypocrisy of Donald Trump. Okay. So do you have number 16? Are you up to 16? Okay. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. on the East Coast. Look there in the right-hand corner. 4:00 a.m. ET, East Coast. CNN. Ivanka used private email in White House. How much more? How many different ways? How many more times do we have to show you parallels of the way these networks are in sync on what they're going to run with on the course of a day to manipulate you, the viewer. How many more examples do we have to give you to show you they are an enemy of the people? Totally. Now, let's go back, all right, and I will do this tomorrow. Let's go to number 17, 4 a.m. also. Ivanka used private email. I mean, they flashed 4 or 5 pictures, okay? And let's go to number 19, okay? Number 19, this is at 4:01 in the morning. At 4:01 in the morning, Washington Post, she sent hundreds of emails to cabinet officials, White House aides in 2017. Ivanka sent government emails via personal account. They're both singing from the same songbook, same chapter, same hymnal, same chapter, same verse, okay? Period. They sing it together because they got it together, and the narrative runs together because they want they're carrying the water for the Democrats. And who do they plan to avenge first? Hillary Clinton. Okay? They plan to crown her first. Why? Now, this is just, well, you know me. I lead the league in going out on a limb. You know that. I love that. I love to go out on a limb. Okay? Let's say this. If they attack Ivanka on a daily basis concerning her emails, will Hillary's emails come off of fair play in the next presidential election? Could this actually be true that Hillary's going to run again? I'm just saying, I love to look at the whole thing and see. Now, the media, which is so damn corrupt, people, what did they do? These people are evil, enemy, and they're the enemy of the people. A couple weeks ago, they floated out, right? They floated in the air, Hillary to run again. Why that started coming up? Well, sources close to Hillary's friends, she's going to run again. Source inside Hillary's inner circle, she's preparing to run again. So they floated that, what, 2 weeks ago? So that's running around in the air, and it's talked about from time to time that Hillary is going to run again. Then what do? They go through all the Democrat challengers. Look at the list of Democrats that are thinking they're going to run again. Now, what do? Timing's everything, folks. So they give it a couple weeks that Hillary may run again, and then boom, Ivanka's emails. Why, they should be saying lock her up. That's what they said on MSNBC. That's what Dave Briggs said on CNN at 4 a.m. this morning. Dave Briggs said, we don't hear chants of lock her up, do we? See, they're trying to pave the way that all Hillary did was no different than Ivanka Trump. So are they laying the groundwork to take the emails in the private server of Hillary off the campaign? Can't use that. Are they? I don't know. We'll see. But let's look at this. So, do you have, let's go to 4 a.m. Let's go to the 4 a.m. shot of Ivanka number 16. So, here's what happened. In the first year, in the first several months into the White House, Ivanka used a personal email address while communicating at times with some cabinet members and some staff. She did. She sent some emails. She was told she could not do that. She was told it could not happen, that those emails only, that communication between those people could only be done on protected servers, and she had to move all email to the White House. White House servers. Or whitehouse.gov. All right? That account. So she complied immediately. Now this is Ivanka Trump. She complied immediately. So they came in, and here's how you know about the emails, is they were transparent. How do you even know this? Now, they're launching it today all over the news like it's the biggest scandal since Hillary Clinton's corruption days. So how do we even know about this? Because of transparency. See, we don't know about this 4 years after Trump's out of office, and we find out about it after there's a release of documents from the Trump White House. You know, what happens is the executive branch has, I forget the time, that you're out of office so many years before certain documents are released, okay, pertaining to your White House. So it's not like Trump's out of office 4 years and, oh my God, we find out Ivanka will use this in the first year. No, we did not find out. The transparency. It wasn't a big secret. They didn't make a big secret. They knew they didn't do anything wrong. Ivanka did use private email in the White House. But as soon as it was done, it was caught. I say caught. I hate to use the word caught. But as soon as it was discovered, we'll go with that, it was corrected. And then she corrected it. And she complied. So what they did is they went through all of her email. None of them deleted. None of them bleach bit. You see, Ivanka did not use her email address and communicate with staff and cabinet members, and then rush to the grocery store at 3 a.m. in a disguise with glasses and rubber gloves to see if she can get a bottle of bleach bit off the shelf and, to scrub a server clean. Remember Hillary laughed about that, scrubbing a server clean? Yeah, I guess I wiped the top of it off. What are you talking about? She laughed. See, Ivanka didn't do that. It wasn't on a server. It was just an email address like you and I have that she communicated. So they went through them. They didn't find any classified information. Oh my God, how many classified emails did Hillary have? They didn't find any classified information, okay? And they transferred all the email to a secure server, just because it was communication, not classified, to a secure server, okay? And it's done. And they've gone through it all. Nothing's missing. They haven't lost any. They don't have to call the FBI. They moved them all over. None of them are classified, and it's done. But you would think, but they're going to launch an investigation. We're going to have an investigation. You got to have an investigation. Now go to 19. Number 19, please. This is who they're trying to compare her to this morning. All of the networks. She sent hundreds of emails to cabinet official White House aides in 2017. Ivanka sent government emails via personal account. Why, Hillary Clinton did something like that, and Donald Trump went all over the country. Said she is a no-good liar. She's a crook. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Hypocrisy? I don't think so. So let's talk about the difference. Real simple, okay? And this is CNN and MSNBC bringing you this. And what they are is they're laying out the groundwork for two things. Number one, there's a couple takeaways here. Donald, we're going to go after your daughter. There you go. Donald, we're going to go after your daughter. Because now they know Donald's not going to tolerate this. Donald, we're going after your daughter. That's number one. Number two, we will do investigations, frivolous investigations, We're going to start with her. We're going to start with emails. 3, we're going to take it off. We're going to take it off of Hillary's plate, okay? When we get done, MSNBC, if you would have watched this morning, it's sad. I'm glad you did not. It's absolutely disgusting. It's the lowest form. It's not journalism. MSNBC, Joe and Minka's hate for this man is not journalism. This entire station, little Chrissy Hayes, all of them, CNN, there's no journalism in this, okay? Their hate for this person is so bad. Now what they're going to do is they're exonerating, okay, Hillary Clinton once again, all right, and saying, okay, if she runs, we're going to take that off the table for her. They're already seeing how they can help Hillary Clinton run against Donald Trump and what issues. See, they're looking through, and I'm going to come back because I'm going to tell you some differences here. They're looking through everything that Donald Trump had that he was able to attack Hillary for, that they could take off the plate. But they got the wrong guy. They got Donald Trump. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, I'm going to do some comparables because let me ask you something. If you go to Thanksgiving dinner and some dumbass kid, just some dumbass, says, well, did you see Ivanka? She sent her emails across that yahoo.com. She sent them right across through there, no different than Hillary. Well, we're going to explain what the difference is because if you do anything Thursday, if you can't help yourself, don't come out with stupid stuff out of your mouth. At least understand what you're talking about, okay? Be ready to shut them down. If you got to go down, with it, shut them down. We'll talk about, man, I'm a professional at conflict resolution. Let's take a break and we'll talk about the difference in these two when we come back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
We're back, folks. We're back. We're back. If you would like to contact the show, ever communicate with us, our phone number is 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. And also there are all of the social media ways to follow us. So there you go. We will not be here. Let me make a programming note. We will not be here Thursday or Friday. We will not be back live until Monday, but you can watch some of the segments on our YouTube channel. So if Thursday or Friday you just have to tune in, subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News, and we have playlists down there. You go to the playlist, just click on playlist, go down through there. You can watch different segments that we cut out, that we put up. Also, you can watch the entire shows, some shows from the past. And, it's a perfect time to get to know us a little bit. You can go through some of our programming there at fyntv.com. If you go there, we have our on-demand button, and you can go through there and check out things we have going on through the on-demand. You can watch programming. So we won't be here Thursday or Friday. We'll be back Monday live at 8 a.m. and we'll be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning our show is a special. I'm not going to create and carry the water for Hillary Clinton or create any news. It's totally disgusting how the media carries news creates news and carries water for these candidates. It's pretty evil. Well, so that being said, tomorrow we're going to do conflict resolution, Thanksgiving conflict resolution, because you know I'm a professional at that. So do you have a good Thanksgiving story? Are you concerned? I'm serious. Email me, chief@fetchernews.com. Text me, 706-889-9700. Are you concerned this year with going to Thanksgiving dinner of who may be there? And do you talk politics at Thanksgiving, or are there rules, like when you walk in the door, there's certain things you can't talk about? I mean, like if you're going to mom's house or wherever you're going, do they set down some rules? Look, no politics, and then as things get tense. Have you ever had a real nice Thanksgiving blowout? See, I don't want any problems Thanksgiving. I don't want no problems. I'll eat my turkey, okay? I want to eat my turkey, eat my mashed potatoes, you know, corn, stuffing, get me some gravy, everything that works. Then I want to take a little nap, and then I want to wake up and try 3 different slices of pie. Then I want to take a little nap. Then I want to get up and try some turkey again. Then I want to take a little nap. That's it. I don't want no problems. So, do you have a conflict on Thanksgiving that you would like to share? I'd love to hear it. So, that being said, stay away from the politics and the religion on Thanksgiving. All right? Don't wear your Trump hat. Don't drain the swamp on Thanksgiving. I mean, there's one day that you don't have to drain the swamp. Just chill, relax. I know it. I know you feel this is your only opportunity to set your little nieces and nephews straight. All right, so let's put up these side by side. Let's do this quickly because I want to close with a couple things today that are pretty important to me, obviously. So wait a minute. Last night, we'll give a shout out, and I'm not going to use the name, but I'm going to give a shout out to our new viewer from California that you now live here in Fannin County. Last night I went to Fannin County. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit before we close. Fannin County Tax Assessor Board and Fannin County Board of Commissioners met last night. There was a clash over about $300,000-$400,000. But anyhow, there was a pretty heated meeting last night at the Fannin County Board of Commissioners with the tax assessors of Fannin County. So after the meeting, a lady from the back comes up and she says, "Hey, I just moved here from California." I said, "Whoa, that made me nervous." And then, she was very nice. She said, "No, I got out of there. I ran as fast as I could." So very nice. And she had found the show, and she said she's been watching the show. And so hello, how are you? And you can contact the show at any time. So new viewers, I meet new viewers every day. All right, let's go with give me the picture of the Ivanka and the Hillary Clinton side by side. I forget the number right off, but the one we just had, there we go. All right, Ivanka Trump is real simple, really simple. She came in 2017. Now, this is a family, Ivanka, Eric, Don Jr., not making excuses. My job's not to carry the president's water or make excuses, okay? But it's how they handle things. It's very professional. They're not idiots, okay? So Don, Eric, Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, the President of the United States, these people were not in the government, okay? They didn't have government private servers. They didn't have phones that were certain encryptions, all the above. Private citizens, okay, go to the White House. So in 2017, she's using her email, all right, not making excuses. Once it was discovered that she was using her email and she couldn't do that, she can only use a certain email address that went through a certain server, they switched it. They didn't hide it. None of this was hidden, okay? That's why you know about it. Today, MSNBC, CNN, they're making this the biggest story of the day. But nothing was hidden from you, the American people. No classified information was released. What they did is they went through every single email, okay? They did not come out. Any of the news you hear today, you will not hear where Ivanka deleted her email. You will not hear where they can't find her email. You will not hear where she sent a classified email to the prince. Okay? Nothing like that. They've all been gone through, moved over to the secured server, and she no longer uses that email, and it's done. And that's why you know about it, is transparency. Now, let's go to the crook. Okay? The flat out no good crook. Just bottom line. Let's go to number 10. Okay? All right. Now here's number 10. MSNBC at 6:23 this morning. They did a full half hour. Democrats taking power in Congress. They're going to investigate. Ivanka Trump's 2017 emails violated rules. So they're using Hillary. So let's go with this, okay? So we talked about Ivanka. It's that simple. You just know that. It was transparent. We didn't have to find out. Now, I'm going to do from the top of my head. I'm at Thanksgiving. I have no notes here. No notes here. So you need to get ready so you can just roll it off. Well, you know, Ivanka did the same thing Hillary Clinton did by using a private email server. Whoa. Ivanka did not know at first she was doing anything wrong. Oh, well, Hillary didn't, what if she didn't know she was doing anything wrong? Let me explain something to you. The lady on the screen, whether you cringe or not, she was the first lady of Arkansas. I know you may cringe. This lady was first lady of Arkansas. Bill was the governor of Arkansas. I think, 2 terms? Maybe? I don't know. Didn't he win, lose, and then win or whatever? But she is the first lady of Arkansas. When you go in as the first lady of Arkansas, years ago, she learned all of the protocol. She learned all the securities, everything that you have to do, and all the rules as first lady of Arkansas. Now, fast forward, whether you like it or not and you cringe, she's first lady of the United States of America. She is Bill Clinton's wife, which is president of the United States. So Ivanka Trump, Melania Trump, the things that these people are going through. So she spends 8 years in the White House. Okay? So she knows all the email rules. She knows all the server rules. She knows all the classified rules, classified information. She knows every bit of it. She went through it for 8 years. She had an office in the White House for 8 years, just like Melania Trump has today, down the hall from her husband. Okay? She had for 8 years. She knows everything of what she can and cannot do and what is legal in this country as far as secure emails. She's there for 8 years. Then she becomes senator. She is a U.S. senator. Was it 6 years? Did she stay all 6 years? Or Kirsten Gillibrand? Did Hillary run a second term? Whatever. She's a U.S. senator. And as a U.S. senator, she knows all of the rules, regulations, everything to U.S. government email and communication. She knows every bit of it. First Lady of Arkansas, First Lady of the United States for 8 years, a U.S. senator. Then she becomes Secretary of State of the United States. She's Secretary of State. And when she becomes Secretary of State, she now lands a position to where her communication is with heads of state all around the world. I mean, she has more communication with the prince, the king, the prime minister, you name wherever it's at in the world, goes through this woman's office. Now, when you become Secretary of State, the secured server status and those kind of things go up another notch. As Secretary of State, there is the wing, and I forget the name of it, but there is a wing where you walk in, and when you walk in, no electronic devices come in with you. It's where her office was. So when you walk in as Secretary of State, and you go down the hall, you walk in the door, all electronic devices stop there. Nobody in this wing has an electronic device. Because every communication, every email, and everything in this area where her office was located as Secretary of State is confidential and secured. Phones are secured, servers secured, nothing in and out. Everybody knows that she would break the rules, the law, and she would take her BlackBerry in and lay it on the desk in front of everybody when she had all of the email, computer and email she needed in front of her. She had a phone system in front of her. She had everything she needed. But she would leave that BlackBerry lay right there in the secured area. So with all of that being said, the audacity of these networks to run an Ivanka Trump and Hillary Clinton picture side by side and go after Ivanka. Now, Ivanka supposedly has these emails, right? And the emails that she has are moved over to a government server. Why Hillary Clinton deleted 33,000 emails on her private server? Donald Trump ended up with one of the sharpest exchanges in last night's debate against Hillary Clinton with a pointed question. Why did she delete 33,000 emails? Clinton is doing her best to move beyond the controversy over her use of a private email server. Ivanka did not use a private email server. Over her use of a private email server as Secretary of State, saying last night that she made a mistake and declined to address why those emails were deleted. She didn't answer Trump's question. However, there is an answer. The bottom line, Clinton believed the deleted emails were not work-related, okay? In late 2014, the State Department asked Clinton and other former secretaries of state to hand over any work-related emails they may have. But then Clinton had already deleted some emails over time, as an ordinary user would, running cover. Former FBI Director James Comey told lawmakers at a July congressional hearing. And she tasked her legal team to determine which of the roughly 60,000 still on her server were related. Okay? Now, not going too deep into this, okay? Remember Brian Pagliano, okay? Remember where they found and I'm looking for here. I'm looking for something here I was gonna share with you. Remember where they found her server, Hillary's server? Remember the thousands that are gone, the bleach bit that wiped away that server? You remember she sent it out. You remember we still don't have the DNC's server? We hear hacked emails at the DNC. Do you know the FBI never got that server? This lady right here ran confidential emails through a private server she had installed. And when the heat was on, she deleted 33,000 emails we will never see. She deleted so many emails. Remember all of her people, like you don't remember the investigation, all of her people came and pleaded the fifth and left. Remember Brian Pagliano? I'll never forget Brian Pagliano, right? Bleach bit. That's how you learned what bleach bit is they wipe the server clean. This is a criminal. Okay? So as ABC, NBC, CNN, all of them are going crazy over the two, put Ivanka and Hillary up side by side again. While they're looking side by side, Ivanka Trump, the lady there that used a private email, not server, okay, has made all the corrections. The FBI, there's no reports. Keep in mind, there's no reports this morning of how many she deleted. There's no reports this morning how she was using her private email and they were classified. None whatsoever. But once discovered, because of transparency, they moved them all over. That's the one. The other one on the other side is flat out a crook. That is a crook, criminal, should be in prison, should be locked up, should not even be able to say that they're thinking about running again in 2020. So Democrats are setting themselves up to say this is the kind of things we're going to investigate because we think we should exonerate Hillary Clinton. The media is trying to exonerate Hillary Clinton, and maybe they're trying to take this off the table for the next election. So don't forget, the one is a flat-out crook, a criminal, okay, that should be in prison. I'm your host, BKP. Let me take a brief break. We got a couple stories I want to make sure we get to before we close, and I got to look a couple things up.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. At 10 o'clock this morning, we will have Instant Replay with Dave Garner. You want to catch that, 10 o'clock this morning. Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Now, the tech stocks, okay? Tech stocks. Right? Say that 3 times fast. They're taking a nosedive. I'm not a professional on the stock market. Not for sure when they start about all the earnings and stuff. I have a vague idea what they're talking about, but they are taking a nosedive, okay? And we have the usual AAA warns of record-breaking traffic this Thanksgiving. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not going to be in the record-breaking traffic. I won't be far from home, but I won't be in the record-breaking traffic. That I know for sure. Let me just show you a couple more picks that I want to go over before we close today. Give me, I know I got this one. Give me number 14. Now, this is on Fox News, okay, because I watched approximately an hour of CNN this morning, approximately, bounced back and forth. I watched over an hour of MSNBC, and then I bounced back and forth with Fox. So from 4, 5, and 6, I have about 3 hours in with all of them. This is an actress, trouble for Avenatti. Actress files restraining order against attorney. This is an actress. Michael Avenatti said he could get her in pictures, and introduce her to Stormy Daniels. I say that just jokingly. Michael Avenatti, which I don't have a picture of him, but anyhow, Michael Avenatti ran the news cycle with Stormy Daniels. Ran the news cycle with payments, ran the news cycle with with payments to Stormy Daniels and Robert Mueller and special counsel. And CNN, what did he set a record for guest host appearances? And in fact, Avenatti, they made Avenatti, Michael Avenatti, CNN, the center of the entire Russian investigation / what he knew / Mueller / Michael Cohen, Trump's attorney, what he knew with Michael Cohen / Michael Cohen paid Stormy Daniels. And they did no checking whatsoever. Now, when Trump gets up and tells you that CNN is the enemy of the people and MSNBC is the enemy of the people, and some of these networks are, they are. Michael Avenatti, there was no check. So Michael Avenatti, this woman has filed a restraining order. Second, he was jailed. We don't know if this is the same woman. He was jailed for a domestic violence dispute where it was claimed he physically hit a woman. That's the accusation, all right? And you remember, these are the people that didn't want due process. This is the man that found the phony. Which one of the women did he find that he made an allegation? He came out. This was the one, Michael Avenatti is the one that found the woman that showed up at the party and stood next to the punch bowl. And, they were gang rape parties 7 days a week. And Kavanaugh was there at the gang rape parties. And she went on TV. They actually got her, which was it, ABC? Which one brought her on, this lady on TV, and did a full interview with her? Okay, they could corroborate none of her story. This is Michael Avenatti made all this up. Michael Avenatti was mad because the FBI did not question this woman, and she was not brought before the judicial committee in the hearing, so she could be heard. Okay, so allegedly this woman filed a restraining order against him. He was kicked out of his. My understanding is he's been kicked out of his law offices by not paying his back rent. He has other financial legal issues against him. He was put in jail. He spent a night in jail for domestic violence, allegedly striking a woman. Okay. This guy is no good, a piece of garbage. Let's go with number 15. This is his tweet. Okay, because his star, his Walk of Fame star in Hollywood has faded. Michael Avenatti, I have never abused a woman or committed domestic violence against anyone. Any claim to the contrary is completely bogus and fabricated. Why should we believe him? Why should we believe anything this low-life piece of garbage says? Why? Why should you believe anything CNN says? Why didn't CNN run that this morning? I mean, Fox did it, I forget what time this morning, okay? Trouble for Avenatti, actress files restraining order against Avenatti, new overnight. This happened overnight, okay? Why? Nothing. Why not one word on MSNBC for an hour? And especially the Avenatti News Network, CNN. Nothing for an hour. Not even. And there's people that accept them for actually being news. A news organization. 21. Department of Justice fails to release Whitaker's finances. Oh my God. 3 Democrat senators file suit challenging appointment. So there is, what's his name? I can forget his name. I only remember him as a Vietnam vet. Oh, Richard Blumenthal, Lion Blumenthal. Maybe that's what I want to do. I want to help in the 2020 campaign. Donald, let me help you make up names for these people. I can call them names. Let me help. That's Richard Lion Blumenthal. Richard Vietnam Blumenthal. So he is going to sue, and that's the lady from Hawaii. I forget her name, but she's crazy as hell. And there is White House. Oh, I despise that man. He is a jackass. He is the senator from Rhode Island, White House. Oh, during the Kavanaugh hearing, what a jackass. 3 Democrat senators filed suit challenging Whitaker's appointment. Ah, it's crazy. They waste our money like you would not. If they would just go up there, put a budget together, then go over here and ratify the budget in the Senate, and then get us some judges and let the president go around the world and be the president, you realize the enormous, there's no reason we have to have the debt we have. I mean, these 3, enormous amount of money we spend, just committee after committee, hearing after hearing, BS after BS. I just want to show you a couple more here. This was at 5:07 this morning, number 22. This is the water they're carrying. They get it set up for Morning Joe, number 22. Ivanka Trump conducted White House business over hundreds of emails on private account. Yeah, Ivanka Trump's not Secretary of State. Let me go with number 23. Nope, not 23. Sorry about that. Let me go with number 24. 24, this was this morning also. And they were talking about Ivanka Trump. See, Hillary and Donald, Democrats taking power. Ivanka Trump. They were talking about all the times this morning that Trump brought it up in the campaign. There you go. There's another one, 25. Okay, MSNBC, 5:02 a.m. Eastern Time. They opened at 5 o'clock this morning. They opened at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock with Ivanka Trump 2017 email use violated rules, okay? And then they talked about Trump and being on the campaign trail against Hillary, all right? All right, so let's go with judge blocks asylum restrictions, okay? That's number 18. Yes, a judge blocked Trump's asylum restrictions. This, once again, sadly, like what they called the travel ban, this will get through, but Trump will have to wait and get it through court. It is so sad that we have a court system that possibly going against, I understand judicial is a check on the executive branch, but it's sad that these people are going to be pouring across our border in areas that we don't know who they are, and there are criminals laced within the mix of this caravan. They're in Tijuana. A lady in Tijuana on an interview, it was funny, she said, it's like they invaded Tijuana. I was like, no, you better not say invaded. You'll get in so much trouble for that. But they've invaded Tijuana. They're trying to get across the border, and they travel the asylum restrictions. And the only thing they were doing is, see, when we catch them in other areas coming across, we immediately got to set them down before they get set down before a judge. We have an attorney. They have an attorney that coaches them on what to say, and they say it. We want them to come to the ports of entry, the gates. Come to the gate, tell us why you're here, and if it meets asylum, okay, they know, the liberals know if they can get them across in other areas, they're going to stay. But if it does not meet the acceptable rules for asylum, you're going into tent city, and then we're going to send you back. You're not staying. So we have a judge that's done that. Let me get to the other one I want. I had another one here. That judge at the asylum. Let's go with this one right here. There's two more stories I want to make sure, because they're talking about what the judge did. All right, let's go with number 6. They are going nuts saying, well, it was just a stunt. Jeff Flake said sending troops to the border is just a stunt. Okay? It was not. The troops had a mission. They completed it. All right? The troops were there. Many of the troops, not all of them, are coming home. Politico, troops at U.S.-Mexican border to start coming home. All the troops should be home by Christmas, as originally expected, Army Lieutenant Jeffrey Buchanan said in an interview Monday. The media went nuts. They went down there as a support unit. Everyone is not coming home. Okay? And what they did is they went down there and they've gone across the border and they've laid barbed wire. They set up tent cities. They went and completed the mission that they were sent for. Okay? Now, Trump is looking at, and I don't want to quote it until it comes out, and we're 100% on it, but in a support role, more of a support role in defending the border is the next mission they may go for. But they're going crazy that the troops are coming home and should be home by Christmas. We sent 5,000 troops or whatever down there to lay barbed wire to help support border agents. Most of that work that they wanted to do has been completed in the mission, and several are coming home. But not all of them, and Trump's not done down there defending the border. The border was not a stunt. Let's see what else I'm looking for before I go. That was number 6. Hold on, I don't want to go. I'm going to talk about the Fannin. Let's go to number 20. Chicago, okay. Chicago, gunman kills 3 at Chicago's Mercy Hospital. All right, and Rahm Emanuel is getting a deal to go on either ABC, NBC, or CNN, whoever's cutting the biggest check. He's out auditioning this no-good, corrupt piece of garbage mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, is getting a morning shot on Sundays to be a correspondent. Not a correspondent, he's going to be whatever. A contributor. He's going to be a network contributor, this piece of garbage is. Okay, let me stay there. Let me look at something. I got to look for a statistic here. It won't take me but just a second in Chicago. A police officer is dead in Chicago this morning. And 2 others. But I want to find... I got it here somewhere, Josh. Stay with me, folks. Just leave that up there. And I had so many other stories ready to go this morning. Hang tight. Stay with me. I'm sorry, folks. I got other stories up, but there was a statistic here while I'm on discussing Chicago I wanted to bring up. Let me get this. Hopefully this is the one. 3rd time might be a charm. Hopefully. So these are not this. We're starting to come up here. Hopefully, come on. We can get it. We can get it here. Stay with me, folks. Let me apologize for this, but I know I have some statistics here I wanted to cover before I moved on. I get like this from time to time. I know I have it. Maybe this one is. Maybe the 4th time is the real charm. If I want to get this because there's these people killed in Chicago. And 38 officers shot and killed. Okay? 38 officers shot and killed in the line of duty in 2018. 38 officers shot and killed. This is what's happening, okay? That's 2018. 45 officers. 45 officers shot and killed in the line of duty. That was last year. Officers shot and killed in the line of duty this year, 45. 45 officers shot and killed in the line of duty this year, okay? And 38 last year. 45 officers shot and killed. 45 officers shot and killed in the line of duty this year. Something's bad wrong, folks. Something's bad wrong. Look, I want to cover this one little thing, and then we'll talk about it more tomorrow and get back into it Monday. And I want to talk about this from the point of, every county in I guess, I'm not for sure all of how every state works, but every county in the United States sets their operating budget, all right? Now, there's laws in the state of Georgia. You have to have your operating budget for 2019. You have to have it advertised. You have to advertise the budget. So in the county you live in Georgia, let's talk about Georgia, they have to advertise their budget, okay, in the legal organ. And then they have to have a public meeting. You are allowed to come and have a public open meeting, okay, about the budget. I don't think they have to have two, but I do know they have to have a public meeting, okay? Have to have a hearing. So you as citizens in your county, so when you are you have a budget, then it's put in your legal organ, it's advertised, you can read the budget, the operating budget, and then they have a meeting, public hearing, and then they vote. Now, the state of Georgia says every single county has to submit their operating budget for the year. Has to. By law, the state constitution, you have to have it before the end of the year, and you have to follow the procedures properly to get it sent to the state. That being said, there's about a $300,000 to $400,000 difference of opinion in the tax assessor's office in Fannin County, that Chairman Stan Helton will not bring the 2019 Fannin County operating budget to a vote until he gets some kind of resolution with the Board of Assessors at Fannin County. So last night they called a special called meeting, and they called in the Board of Assessors. So the Board of Assessors were there for Fannin County and the Board of Commissioners. And they called in GMAS. Now, GMAS is a company in the state of Georgia which does privatized tax assessments in counties. They have different contracts. They have Hall County, Gwinnett County, and they have different contracts, and they have a different scope of work in many of the counties, all right? So they do not completely run your tax assessor office. They do not take over, but they may take over the assessments in that office. But there's different scopes of work. Well, Chairman Stan Helton is telling the board he did a comparable. We're going to have all of this information for you. He did a comparable with counties. And he says Fannin County is $300,000 to $400,000 higher than comparable counties to get the assessment, the tax digest every year done. And he wants a cutback in that budget. And they, at this point, have refused to cut back. And there's a struggle over how many employees they would have to cut to achieve that. Okay? So last night, GMAS did a presentation, and it became quite an uproar. Are you going to cut employees or whatever? And Helton and Earl Johnson both let the county know that, you know, it was their job to be a good steward of the taxpayers' money, and they charged the Board of Assessors. They said, hey, we would hope as the Board of Assessors you would want to do the same. So it got pretty heated last night. Now, the one thing Post Commissioner Earl Johnson wanted to solve and resolve at the meeting is yesterday, all day long, social media went crazy that, you know, they were voting last night, which they did not, to take over the tax assessor board and have somebody come in and privatize it. And it was the furthest thing from the truth. But here's what gets me interested here on a local level is, first of all, this falls right in line of where Fetcher News and our business model is we're on the side of the taxpayers. So it comes down to not a matter of liking and disliking. It comes down to taking the personalities out of it. It's not whether I like Dawn in the tax assessor's office. I forget her last name. It's pretty rude of me. I apologize, Dawn. But it's not whether I like Dawn or not. It's not whether I like the board or not. I do think there's one I think the Board of Assessors has 5 on there. And, you know, it's like I tell you what, let me just compare it, all right? The Board of Tax Assessors for Fannin County has like a chandelier with 5 lights, okay? There's 5 lights in this chandelier. One's burnt out. Not dim, one is burnt out. And somebody needs to change the light in the chandelier. And you can watch the video and you can figure out who it is. But somebody's burned out in the chandelier and they need to change the light. That being said, I think everybody had some pretty good questions for the Tax Assessor Board. I mean, Angelina Powell asked a couple questions that weren't bad. Several of the tax assessors, Miss Bearden, I forget her first name, she asked several questions. Wasn't bad questions to GMAS, the people that may come in and do tax assessments. But Mark Hinson is the former superintendent of schools of Fannin County, and he finally says, after Stan said several times, you know, he wanted them to make a decision. Are they going to meet with GMAS and cut the budget, or make an attempt to cut the budget and save the taxpayers money? And after several times, Hinson finally said, we get it. I get it. Now, Mark Hinson was superintendent of schools for years, and he dealt with a multi-million-dollar budget and school system. And the one thing I do know is Mr. Hinson does know when citizens are upset over their tax money. He understood every year that he had a budget that citizens would definitely let him know how he was spending that money and if they were happy with it. And he also, I got to give him credit on this, he never had a budget, or he never spent Fannin County school system into a position where their SPLOST did not pay for anything. He didn't sell any bonds, unlike other counties. Okay, never sold bonds, all right, while he was superintendent of schools. So, you know what? We have the video. I think to get an understanding, to see it was a lot of people misunderstand. It's actually a budget meeting, and the Board of Commissioners can call budget meetings at any time to discuss. And, you know, and they said they may pass the budget and amend the budget later after the Board of Assessors decides whether they can cut their budget or not. Okay? But we will see what happens. We have a video. It's an hour and 45-minute long. We have Stan Helton did, the commissioners, Chair Commissioner Stan Helton did a comparable chart that we will be putting up online and explaining. We'll get all that out to you. Okay, you can read the charts and see. We want to get you the information. You can watch the video, but I think everybody should watch this and get a little understanding of your tax assessor office, your board of commissioners, and how your tax money is being spent and what's going on at the county level in some of these budgets. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We will not be here. We will not be here. We'll be here tomorrow. We will not be here Thursday and Friday, okay? We will not be here Thursday and Friday. Back Monday morning. We're going to tomorrow discuss conflict resolution. You know I'm a professional. I've told you that earlier today. Should you wear your Keep America Great Again hat? Should you try to drain the swamp knowing you have all the snowflakes at the dinner table that just come home from college? Who's your friend? Well, on Monday he's Johnny, and on Tuesday he's, Julie. What? Well, just saying. I had an interesting one. That I've got to look up. It said LGBTQ. Was it IA? There was a couple more letters. Now I know there's the LBGTQ. Okay. Now, a lot of people say LBGT or LG, whatever it is. Now there's a Q, right? LBGTQ, all right? Somebody had an IA on there or something. There's extra letters. I got to look into that, all right? Because there was a lot of extra letters. Yeah, here it is. What does LBGTQIA mean? Okay, yeah, I was right. There is. They've added letters. LGBTQIA. Abbreviation for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. An umbrella term that is often used to refer to communities as a whole. Our center uses LGBTQIA. Queer, intersex, asexual, as well as a myriad other communities under the umbrella. Wow, the umbrella brings a whole different meaning to whether you forgot your umbrella. I'm sorry, I don't know how I did that ending like that. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Now it's time for Dave Garner Instant Replay. Take us out of here, Josh.